Tonight I'm observing the M81 group of galaxies. By group of galaxies, I don't mean the galaxies which are related. I mean the few galaxies that are around M81. So let's go and see what we can find. I have the chart for you here. You can see what I'm talking about. It's quite easy to find it. And this is the wide angle image of this group of galaxies that I'm talking about. I've marked them also, you can read it. Okay, I'm now looking at the Bode's Galaxy M82. I use the Maxvision 24mm 82 degrees to find it. This is in the constellation Ursa Major, and then I changed to 13mm APM 100 degree eyepiece, and it's quite easy. You can see mottleness, you know, this clumpy bits in it. It's an aging galaxy which probably have undergone a collision, and it has now huge starburst and dust lanes also passing through the center of it. We can see many of these things that I'm talking about just by looking at it. And what is interesting is that what we are seeing with the telescope is a galaxy M82 which is undergoing collision. It's amazing. Two galaxies are cannibalizing each other and taking gas, reaping the gas from each other's gravitational field, contracting them or dispersing them. Contraction creates more stars, younger stars, starburst, the new stars being born. We will see that. It's one of the easiest targets in the night sky, so when the seeing is not very good, you can actually be sure you can see this. I've seen it even during the full moon, so it's easy. Adjacent to it is the M81. Is a beautiful spiral galaxy, one of the few galaxies that you can actually glimpse the spiral arms of it easily. They're both bright, probably even in a very dark locations you can see them with the naked eye, especially M81. And now I'm using the Skywatcher 12-inch 30 centimeter Flextube 300p telescope to look at it. I'm using this shroud here, as you can see, and just to block the stray lights when coming toward me. It's quite bright galaxy. It's easy to see, one of the easiest. I had a video about this mentioning that I've observed it, but not a specific one for this galaxy, so I'm hoping that this video will be really interesting. M81 spiral galaxy was one of the galaxies that actually in 1990s, I think, we found a supernova in it, and the supernova got very bright. There are two stars visible, and there are foreground stars near the core of this galaxy, and that supernova added another third star, which was actually much further away. So it was not in our own galaxy line like those two ones. And that's the way we found that there is a new star there. It's beautiful. You can see the beauty of the spiral arms in this galaxy, even through a telescope. And yeah, it's really exciting target and easy. Okay, why I use the higher magnification now after finding it with a finder eyepiece? Okay, the reason is that when you use a higher magnification, like a 13mm or something close to that, what you are doing is that reducing the area of the sky visible and practically reducing the glare or the glow of the atmosphere. Our atmosphere glows, and when you reduce the area, you're actually reducing the amount of the glow coming to your eyes, which may mean practically the is the contrast may mean that the contrast between the background of the sky and the object, the target you're observing, will increase, so you see your target easier. So I recommend when you found an object, go and change to a higher magnification, lower number focal length eyepiece, so you can see actually more details. You can use this technique for many galaxies. Of course, galaxies are very bigger object compared to the solar system objects, so it depends on the target. For something like Andromeda Galaxy, I don't recommend probably using this method, but for this galaxy M81, this really works. I'm also M82. It beautifully works. What I noticed also is the core of the M81 is so bright. It's relatively brighter than many other galaxies that I've seen. You can see the spiral arms of it, but the core of it is really bright. It's almost a star-like. I don't think there is a star superimposed on the image of that. So it must be really intrinsically a bright core we are seeing here. I wonder, is it undergoing some kind of, I don't know, black hole activity, devouring nearby, clouds of gas or masses around it. It's quite bright for a galaxy, for a close galaxy. Okay, I'll move now let the M81 go out of field of view, and I'm seeing more nebulous features. I suspect there are other galaxies around it, not related to it probably, but around, superimposed on the vicinity of it. So I'm going to look at star charts and see what they are. They're very interesting. I can see them quite easily. They are as bright as the M1110 in the Andromeda Galaxy. As easy or as difficult as that. Okay, remember, when you are observing the faint fuzzies and nebulas and such things, always use averted vision. You will see a lot more. This makes the difference between seeing and not seeing something. So averted vision means instead of looking with the central of your view directly at the target, just roll your eyes and as if you are looking to the closer to the edge of the field, and then the details in the center of the field will pop up into your view, and you can see easy very faint details. Okay, I changed the eyepiece now to a Maxvision 34mm 68-degree eyepiece, because I wanted to see the galaxies around the M81. The two stars I mentioned, the foreground stars, another foreground star also in the spiral arm, they make a triangle. If you extend the triangle, from that triangle toward the base of the triangle, from the single star toward the two stars, and extend it, you will come to a similarly bright star. Adjacent to it is another galaxy. It's a tinier version of the M81. It's as probably I can say that, yeah, the size of it, angular size of it, is as the core of the M81. There's a galaxy is visible there. It appears like a smudge, nothing more than that. And I wonder if I can find more details about it by looking at the literature, just to see what is it. What I can see it now, so it's easy to see. Wow, I changed now to the APM 13mm 100 degrees, and I can see the Galaxy NGC 3077 much clearer. And not only that, I can see some I don't know what to say, some veins as if in it, some mottliness. It's kind of like a oval, but a little bit extended in one side or two sides probably. Also, it's just strange shape. These are the details you have to look for it, of course. When you look for it, you will see it. It's not very obvious. You have to look, and you have to, adjust your eyes to the darkness. Okay, I'm now using the Televue Nagler Type 5 or Tape 5 31mm 82 degrees eyepiece, and I want to find another Galaxy which is close to the M81. Okay, I'm now using the Televue Nagler Tape 5 31mm 82 degrees eyepiece, and I'm looking at the NGC 2976 Galaxy, again close to the field of view of the M81 and M82, but lower part compared to the previous one that I mentioned. So this is quite fainter than the one I mentioned before this, and but if you follow those two stars I mentioned near the core of the M82 and the spiral arm of it, then you come another two stars a little bit brighter, slightly lower than that, then extend those two in the midway to the next to the target NGC 2976. You see another star, and then you come down, you see something like a 182 asterism, 82 degrees asterism of stars, quite clear. And at the middle of that angle that they make, these galaxies, is fainter, is fuzzier, is a bit more extended, at least in my view, and quite not as easy as the previous one, but yet you can see it if you know what you're looking. I'll provide a chart for you so you can actually know, and also a field of view photo of that, so you can find it easy. So far in that area I've seen 4 galaxies, M81, M82, and those 2 fainter NGCs. Okay, now I'm back to the 13mm APM, and I'm looking at that NGC 2976 again, and I can say that there is a foreground star just slightly lower than that, and the shape of this galaxy itself is difficult to determine, but when you look at averted vision and after adaptation of your eye to the darkness, you can see the shape of it is almost like almond, if I'm not wrong in that judgment. And then you can barely see some halo around it. I'm not sure about that. Those halos, it's strange. It's like a circle or semicircle surrounding it. This is strange. Maybe I'm seeing things, but anyway, it must be something that I'm seeing it.